Good evening, welcome to the start of the week with Midlands Today from the BBC. Tonight, would life be better if we had an elected mayor? This afternoon, the government laid out plans to give residents of 12 cities the right to choose their own special leaders and give them a powerful local and national voice.
One city in the region, Stoke-on-Trent, has already tried out the mayoral system, but voters turned their back on it after 6 years. Now, Coventry and Birmingham are amongst a list of cities who are being given the opportunity to hold a referendum in May 2012.
If it gets the thumbs up, we could see the first elected mayors in action in 2013. Joan Cummins reports.
London chose Boris Johnson, Middlesbrough went for Ray Mallon, a former policeman, and Hartlepool elected Stuart Drummond, a man in a monkey suit who campaigned for free bananas. All three men played the mayoral game and won. But why is the government keen to roll them out in more places?
We believe mayors have been very successful in the rest of the world, from Chicago to Barcelona. They've been seen as a way in which things can be done.
Supporters of the scheme say elected mayors provide a clear focal point for a city and let everyone know exactly where the buck stops. If Birmingham voted in favour, that person would be in charge of almost a £3.2 billion budget, whilst in Coventry, an elected mayor would hold the purse strings on a £269 million budget. But do the electorate actually care?
You know, I can't see the point in it, really.
I personally would like an independent mayor.
It helps promote the city for one, for tourists and so on.
I'd rather choose in there rather than some random guy wearing this big gold chain going around and floating around and saying what he wants. I'd rather choose who's doing that.
We'd have somebody that could democratically represent the people. We'd have a voice in that, and I think that is fantastic.
If London can do it, Cov can do it.
Stoke-on-Trent tried out the elected mayoral scheme but scrapped it after 6 years. Today, campaigners who opted for a return to a traditional council leader and cabinet system urged caution over the new scheme.
It's far from democracy in action. It's actually mincing democracy into smaller and smaller pieces, and so you don't have any democracy in the end.
Former MP Sean Simon has already declared an interest in the Birmingham job. Other candidates have yet to come out of the shadows for both cities, but it'll be the electorate who'll have to decide if they want to play the mayoral game next year. Joan Cummins, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, joining us now is Steve Dyson, BBC WM's special correspondent who's recently been researching and reporting on the issue of elected mayors. Hi, Steve. Thanks for coming in. You've actually talked to people in places where they've had them. What's the overall view?
It depends where you go, but in 11 cities in England, there are mayors which the electorate feel are doing a good enough job to carry on electing mayors. Ray Mallon in Middlesbrough is about to enter his third term. Stuart Drummond in Hartlepool is about to enter his third term. We all know about Boris Johnson in London and Ken Livingstone before him. It seems that where there's a powerful person, where there's a face which is willing to stand up above the crowd and to take on responsibility, people like that.
Actually, Birmingham did have a vote before, didn't it, on this?
Back in 2001, there was a consultative ballot when the council were allowed to decide themselves whether to have an elected mayor or not, and they asked the people of Birmingham. And back then, they gave the people of Birmingham 3 choices. 2 of those choices were elected mayor choices, and critics say that they split the vote. In total, 53% of people voted for some form of elected mayor, but because it was a split vote,
the proper go-ahead.
The existing system continued.
Yeah, what sort of names are in the frame at the moment?
Well, you've already mentioned, of course, on Midlands Today that you've got Sean Simon, who's declared that he wants to be the Labour candidate. Now, already, Albert Bohr, the former city leader, Sir Albert Bohr, has said that he may well consider standing against Sean Simon for the Labour candidacy. John Hemming, although he's traditionally against elected mayors, the Lib Dem MP, he has said if there is one, he'll stand for it. And then you've got some rather big names as well. Digby Jones, Lord Jones of Birmingham. He hasn't definitely said he's going to stand, but nor has he said he won't, and he's very interested in sources. Claire Short, indeed, 27 years an MP in this city, an international Secretary for Development, a cabinet member in Tony Blair's government, a huge name there. And then you get down to celebrities as well.
Carl Chin, we mentioned just now, he's mentioned in the interview with the People in the Street.
Absolutely, Carl Chin's a very popular celebrity. You've also got Ray Egan, also known as John Bull. Yes. And there's other big names who could come out as well.
Yeah. OK, Steve Dyson, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, do you think elected mayors would make a difference to Birmingham and Coventry? And how would they affect the way our council services are run?
Yeah, we've had some emails today. David Powis got in touch to say Whitehall decide how much money is available to councils. A mayor-elect will make no difference at all.
And Esk Ranger, sorry we don't have your first name, says why push for this all over again? The population didn't want it in the first place.
Thanks very much to those. We will have more later, hopefully. You can call us on 08000 630 630 or email us midlandstoday@bbc.co.uk.
Yeah, we look forward to receiving those.